Have you ever noticed something strange? Every year, your salary goes up, but somehow, life doesn't feel any easier. 5 years ago, earning $50,000 a year sounded respectable. Today, someone earning $70,000 or even $80,000 often says the exact same thing. I don't know where my money goes. And this isn't because people suddenly became irresponsible. In many cases, they're doing exactly what society expects them to do. They studied hard, found a stable job, pay their bills on time, and work every day. Yet financially, they feel like they're running on a treadmill that's slowly speeding up. So what is happening? Let's imagine someone named Daniel. Daniel is 31 years old and lives in a medium-sized city in the United States. He works in marketing and earns $78,000 a year. That sounds like a comfortable income, but after taxes, his monthly take-home pay is around $4,800. Now let's see where it goes. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment, $800 car payment, $450 car insurance, $108 student. Loan payment, $300 groceries, $500 on phone and internet, $120 as subscriptions, streaming services, and software apps, $90 dining out and coffee, $350 credit card payments, $400 that already brings him close to $4,200. And we haven't included emergencies, gifts, travel, healthcare costs, or retirement savings. By the end of the month, Daniel has maybe $300 or $400 left. Then something unexpected happens. A car repair, a weekend trip with friends, a higher electricity bill, and suddenly he's back to zero. The strange part is that Daniel doesn't think he's living a luxurious life because he isn't. He's simply participating in modern life, and that's where the problem begins. Most people assume inflation is the only reason their salary feels smaller every year. Inflation is part of the story, but it's not the entire story. There's another force quietly working in the background: lifestyle inflation. This happens when every salary increase immediately gets assigned a new expense. You get a raise, you move into a nicer apartment, you upgrade your car, you start ordering food more often because you're busier. You buy higher quality products because you've earned them. Individually, these decisions seem harmless. Collectively, they create a financial ceiling. Let's use simple math. Imagine your salary increases by $10,000 per year. That sounds significant. But after taxes, maybe you keep around $7,000. Now imagine this. Your rent increases by $300 per month. That's $3,600 per year. Your upgraded car costs an extra $250 per month. That's another $3,000 per year. You've already consumed $6,600 of your raise without realizing it, and your entire income increase disappeared. On paper, you're richer. In reality, nothing changed. And psychologically, this happens for a very understandable reason. Human beings adapt quickly, very quickly. What once felt like a luxury soon feels normal. The coffee shop becomes routine. The premium subscription becomes essential. The larger apartment becomes the minimum acceptable standard. Economists call this hedonic adaptation. We simply get used to better things. The problem is that our expectations rise faster than our financial security. At the same time, modern society constantly shows us what we're missing. Every day, we see colleagues buying new cars, friends posting vacation photos, influencers showcasing expensive lifestyles, and even if we know these images aren't entirely real, they still influence our perception of normal. Suddenly, financial pressure doesn't come from survival. It comes from comparison. This is why many middle-class earners feel exhausted, not because they're failing, but because the definition of doing well keeps moving further away. 10 years ago, stability meant paying your bills. Today, stability often feels like owning property, traveling multiple times a year, maintaining subscriptions, driving a newer vehicle, and saving for retirement, all at the same time. That's a very expensive version of normal. Now, here's where financially intelligent people think differently. They don't see salary increases as permission to spend more. They see salary increases as an opportunity to widen the gap between income and expenses because they understand a simple truth: wealth isn't built by how much enters your bank account. It's built by what remains after years of intentional decisions. Instead of immediately upgrading their lifestyle, they ask a different question. If my income disappeared tomorrow, how expensive would my current life be? That question changes everything, because freedom is rarely about earning unlimited amounts of money. It's about reducing dependence on constantly needing more. Financially intelligent people still enjoy life. They travel. They buy nice things. They spend money, but they are careful not to turn temporary desires into permanent monthly obligations, because monthly obligations are what quietly steal future choices. Every new payment reduces flexibility. Every unnecessary upgrade demands future income, and eventually, people become trapped inside a lifestyle they created themselves. The uncomfortable truth is that many people are not underpaid. They're overcommitted, and those are two very different problems. Your salary feels smaller every year, not because you're moving backwards, but because modern life has become extremely efficient at converting every extra dollar into another expense. The goal isn't to reject comfort or live an extreme minimalist lifestyle. The goal is awareness, to recognize that every financial decision has a long shadow, and sometimes the smartest financial move isn't earning more, it's deciding that enough is actually enough. If you enjoyed this kind of calm, reality-based analysis on money and modern life,